Okay, so you have cleaned the data, you calculated the average, you know exactly which department earns the most, which one has the best performance rating, and everything. Now imagine walking into your manager's office and saying its average salary is 78,000 rupees. Finance is 74,000 rupees. Marketing is 66,000 rupees. And reading out a table of 6 numbers, their eyes will glaze over in about 4 seconds like this. Now imagine walking in with one bar chart, 6 bars, tallest to shortest. It clearly towering over HR. Your manager understand that entire story in half a second. No reading required of any numerical data. This is the difference between an analyst who has insight and analyst who actually can deliver them. I am Nilesh Maurya, a software engineer, founder of Code with NM, and your educator. And today, in this live, that's exactly what we are building, the visual language that turns your number into decision. Let's make people see the data visually. Okay, why visualization is the analyst's real superpower? So here's something that surprises a lot of beginners. The hard part of being a data analyst usually isn't the analysis. It's making somebody else understand it. And fast without a Python background in a meeting that might only give you 2 minutes. So basically in real world, you will have 2 minutes to explain your analysis. So let's take a real world analogy for this. A chart is like a road sign. Nobody stops their car to read a paragraph explaining turn left in 200 meters to reach the highway. They glance at an arrow shaped sign for half a second and know exactly what to do. A good chart works the same way. It doesn't ask your audience to think, it lets them see. The human brain process visual roughly 60,000 times faster than text. A well-designed chart doesn't just describe your finding, it makes the finding unmiserable. Okay, in previous live, we have already seen how to clean the data, how to arrange the data and more. So if you are new to this video and you're finding this video visualization and everything new, just make sure you watch my previous 2 lives and this will make sense to you. Okay. So let's jump on to today's roadmap and what we are going to learn in this live. So first thing first is Matplotlib basics. The foundation very chart is built on. The second is bar, line and pie charts. There are different types of chart. So I am taking the 3 charts and you will be constantly using in the real world as a data analyst. And the third is the customizing the tiles and labels and color. So turning a graph into a chart which people trust. And of course the fourth one is Seaborn and it's prettier, faster and visual with less code. And at the end we will be seeing a mini project, or if you are confident enough by learning the Matplotlib and Seaborn, so I will be giving a homework to you all, that mini project. Okay, in mini project we will be doing a visualization department wise salary and performance trend. Okay, so by end of today, you will turn employee.csv, the same dataset from live one, into 5 professional charts ready to drop straight into a report or a dashboard. So I hope you all have employees.csv handy. So make sure you have it, and if you didn't, just go to the Discord, Code with NM Discord, and from there, from resources, you can download it. The people, those who are new to this live, haven't joined the Discord link is in the live chat. I've pinged it already. Make sure you joined it. Okay, let's start with what is Matplotlib first. Before doing coding and jumping into the technical stuff, first understand the concept, and then it makes us easy after understanding that how to utilize it, where to utilize it. Okay, so Matplotlib is a Python original, most widely used charting library. Okay, nearly every other Python visualization tool, including Seaborn, is actually built on top of it under the hood. So any other charts library, if you use or if you are aware of in Python, is made out of Matplotlib. Let's take a real world analogy to understand it better. If pandas is the kitchen where you prepare your ingredients, Matplotlib is the plating. It's how you present the finished dish, so it's actually look appetizing to the person eating it. So let's now jump to the code, and for today's live I'm changing few things from now onwards. So we were basically using Visual Studio, and we were just having a Python code, and then using the Python and file name command to execute that, and we are seeing it. Today I am starting with the Google Colab, and let me do it in front of you live, so you will also understand what is Google Colab and how to use it. So simply open your browser and type Google Colab, and the first link which appears in front of you, not sure it is visible to you on the screen, hope it is now. Just hit on that Google Colab, the first link, and it will open this type of interface in front of you. So let's click on new notebook in Google Colab. Each and everything is known as notebook, and inside notebook we do many things. So let's click on new notebook. So once it is open, this type of interface you can see. Okay, and all the information, the release note, and if you want you can go through it, but right now for us it is not important, so I'm not going through it. Okay, there are many options over here, but right now we are only interested in this one, start coding or generate with AI. I'm not interested with the AI part, but yeah, start coding, so I'm interested in that. So let's start with importing our first library, which is nothing but Matplotlib. And before jumping into Matplotlib, I will explain you few things of how the graphs and everything works. Okay, so every Matplotlib chart follows same basic rhythm. Create a figure, plot your data onto it, add label, then show or save it. Okay, this is the basic definition, basic rules which it follows. So let me quickly import Matplotlib, and we will be using pyplot as PLT because I don't want to use this big name again and again. So we are importing as a PLT. Okay, and you can hit this run button. This is to execute it, or the shortcut is shift enter or control enter. So I'm comfortable with shift enter, so you can do the same. So see, this dotted line means it's trying to import Matplotlib, and once it is done, let me zoom it more. I hope now it is clearly visible to you all. So once this is done, if you see this box bracket, it will say 1 over here, means that particular code executed once. If you run it twice, the number will increase to 2. So let's wait unless and up till it is done. Meantime, I will complete the remaining code on the next part. So let me create departments. And this is the dummy data I'm using. We will be also seeing it. You can see it says it took 0 seconds. The green tick is there, means there is no error while time of importing our library. And of course, the one I was saying is 1. If I execute it twice, it will say 2. Okay. And this is the dummy data I'm showing it to you all. After this, I will be using our CSV file, which is nothing but our employees.csv, sales, marketing, operations. And this is done. I have created a list. I can continue the code here also, or else I can execute this line. So if you want to continue, hit enter and it will go to the next line, means new line, and I can continue the remaining code over here. Or else if you are comfortable, you can do shift enter and it will execute it, and we can code the remaining thing in the next block. This is known as one code block. This is second code block, and shift enter creates the execute this code block and create a new code block. Okay, this is how it works. Let me copy few values here and paste it. Okay, and now I don't want to continue here, so I want to execute it. So see how quickly it executed and how this works. First, let's understand what is Google Colab. It is using my disk and RAM space. Okay, behind the scene I have 16 GB of RAM in my system, but only the the available RAM for utilization is 12.67 GB. So it's showing okay, out of that I am using, means this Google Colab is using 1 GB, and the disk space I have 107 GB disk space, out of which 19.97, almost 20 GB it is utilizing my disk space. So many of new beginners, this is a beginner mistake that they think of, that this RAM and disk we are utilizing of Google Colab, but it is not. This Google Colab is utilizing your RAM and disk, and there is a paid version there. You can have their terabytes of RAM. Pay as you go. There is a system in Google Colab. Once you start that paid version, and as you utilize their terabytes of RAM or their GPUs, then it is like a matrix. How you use it, how extreme you use it, the bill will be that much greater in terms of rupees or dollar, whatever in whichever country you are. Okay. So let me quickly have the other codes. I will be explaining you each and every line. Let's execute it. Same, shift enter, and you can see the graph is generated. Let me quickly zoom on a bit so you can see the graph. Let's first understand the numerical data. First I have HR, IT, finance, sales, marketing and operations, and the associate average salary of that particular department. So HR has 62, IT has 78, finance 74, 66, 66, 63. So there is not a greater difference between sales and marketing, so graph should be almost similar. This I am doing it because you need to understand the graph. And operations is 63, and the least one is the HR one, which is 62. So in the graph the HR should be at end, and IT I can see it's the highest, 78. So IT should be first and second should be finance. Now let's go through the graph. Let me zoom on a bit. So if you know about the graphs and axis, here is the department name, and here is the range of the average salary. So I didn't arrange it from maximum to lower, so we will be seeing those. I will be doing that in this live only and with our real data. So HR is the minimum one, so the graph is the smallest, and then sales and marketing almost have the similar because they both are on 66, and operations it was 63 for them, and IT has the highest graph and the finance one. Hope you understand the graph. How this graph came. So first thing first, I use plot.figure, figure size 825. I will be explaining you in a bit. And the type of the graph is bar. Here I've selected, and first thing first is the department and then the average salary. This is how we need to pass it. And then the title, average salary by department. That's how it you can see average salary by department, the graph on the top. This is known as title. And then we need to say it what is X label and Y label. So if you know X axis and Y axis, what is Y axis? Y axis always in the vertical, X axis in horizontal. So X label should appear here in department as horizontal, because our first in bar is X and Y. How the bar is works like that. This is how the bar is work. First is X, it will plot the X1 and then Y value, and the Y1 is the average salary. I think this is self-explanatory. And if you forget this plot dot show, the complete graph won't be there. Okay, so this is the beginner mistake. I see many people, those who are starting with data analysis or using the graphs in Python, they do this type of mistake. They forgot about plot dot show in a notebook, or if they are working on a VS code in Python or any type of script, the chart window won't appear only because without a show, this complete diagram would come. And of course, building multiple charts in a same cell without calling plot figure, again Matplotlib will silently draw everything onto top of same thing. For example, this is only one chart I've created. If I want to create a 5 chart out of the same data, bar chart, line chart, XYZ, there are ample of charts out there. So what this Matplotlib will do, it will create each and every chart on top of each other. It won't create it at separately. So this is the one. Dot figure is the one function who makes aware that Matplotlib should create each and every chart individually. So don't forget that. These are the two beginner mistakes people usually do. Okay, hope you understand this very basic, simple how to use it. So in next thing, I will be just connecting our original CSV, employee CSV, and then we will be start working on it. If you want an understanding of what is bar chart, if you are not very good at math or charts and everything, so I will be explaining what is bar chart. Simply a bar chart are for comparing the numbers across categories. So we have different categories over here, and these are the numerical numbers we want to compare. For example, in our case, we have chosen the department. You can do it with the city, products, and the height of each bar instantly show which category is bigger or smaller. So it's easy to know that HR is the smallest, IT is the highest one over here. So in real world analogy, if you want to understand with the real world, let's take a bar chart is a lineup of people standing back to back for a height comparison. You don't need a measurement writing down or a measuring tape to check their height. You instantly see and understood who is the one guy or one girl, which one out of the among all the people standing in a line is the tallest. Okay. Yeah. Hello, Saurav. So hope up till now it is clear. This is only the simple example I just want to show you and introduce you all with what we are going to do. And now let's connect with our original employee.csv and start working on it. Okay, so let me delete this all quickly. If you mouse hover on this, all the arrows and everything, there is a shortcut available for everything, so you can use it, or you can use it through or control it through your mouse. Okay, let me remove everything from here. And before that, you need to upload your employee.csv on your Google Drive on the same Gmail you are using. So I am using codewithnm @gmail.com is my original Gmail alias for codewithnm. So I am using that Gmail account. So make sure you upload your employee CSV on the same Gmail account from which you're using your Google Colab. Okay. Now let me upload the data over here on my drive and then I will show you. Meantime, if you are doing with me, you can also upload it. So here simply I've just created a data visualization with Matplotlib and Seaborn, a folder inside my drive, and there I'm directly uploading it. How to upload it? You can drag and drop here and it says it's uploaded and you can see the file over here. And now we can use this file. Before that, I want to save my Jupyter notebook. This is known as notebook. So here if you see it says untitled 0.ipynb. So Python file has an extension of .py and notebook has an ipynb. So pynb is Python notebook. Simple. So let me have some sensible name, which is data visualization matplotlib and seaborn -live 3 dot. Don't forget the extension of the file. And now I have the file in the same folder, so you need to remember the folder name. And the first thing is, this is the code. I will be sharing this with you all in live chat. First thing first, we need to do it in the same, but for your understanding, I'm just doing it in a new code block. So first line is from google.colab import drive. So first thing first, from Google Colab, I want to import the drive because I want to connect my drive, because in drive my employee.csv is there, means my our data is there, and drive.mount /content/drive, this code will connect and it will ask you to connect to the Google Drive. So just click on it. There is one pop-up in front of you. You need to provide all the access to your Google Drive from your Google Drive to, and just click here, select all. I just don't want to go into each and everything. It's completely on you if you don't want to provide the complete access. So by doing that, our drive will be linked with only this notebook, Jupyter notebook. Only this. If you are, if you create a new notebook, for example, if you go to the file and create a new notebook from here, and then you try to access that same employee.csv, it will generate an error because that drive we have linked only with this notebook, and you can see the output says mounted content/drive. So let me give you this 2 line of code in the chat so you all can also do it. Okay. And don't worry, the people who are watching this will watch this video offline. Each and every detail and everything I will be sharing in the Discord as a PDF. And the next part is I will be creating a variable. Okay. And data underscore path. In my case, see, /content/drive/my drive. Up till here, it will be same for you. After this, you need to have the folder name if you have created it. Like I have created the folder name data visualization with Matplotlib and Seaborn live, and inside that folder I have my employees.csv. So make sure you have the folder name up till content/drive/my drive. It will be same for you. And if you are directly uploading your employee.csv in your drive, so your address will be like this. your address will be like this: content/drive/my drive employees.csv. if you're directly uploading your csv into your drive. If not, like me, you're creating a folder. Inside that folder you have having that. So make sure you have that slash folder name slash employee. It's the same file handling. We have already learned this in the Python. It's the same thing. Okay, then let's execute this, and let's first check by reading the data underscore path. Okay, so here if you see, there is a underline for PD. So we need to, what is PD? First thing first, let live chat answer. Can I import the CSV directly without mounting it? Not possible if it is in drive. First you need to link the drive. You can't directly access the data which is resting inside your Google Drive, because your Jupyter notebook doesn't have access to Google Drive. See, us understand this. Okay, it's my Gmail, my Python notebook, and my drive. So why can't I access this? In Google, in world of IT, Jupyter is a different product, and your Gmail is different product, and of course your drive is a different product. So each and every product doesn't have any access to it unless and until you provide it. So we need to mount it, we need to provide the access, then only our Jupyter notebook will have access to the drive, and then only it will access to the employees.csv. I hope it answer your question. Okay, on my this code df equals to pd.read, what is missing, why it is giving me an underline that pd is not defined, means there is some error. I just want live chat to answer this. What I am missing here? Import pandas. Perfect. So import library is missing. So before doing it, I need to have the import things in place. So if now, how I can go above, do I need to change this data path? I've already executed this, so why I need to change it? But I want a code block over it. So how to do it? Just click on the above code block, and if you can see the code over here, that will create a code block. Let's click on it, and you can see the code block has been inserted. And let's say import pandas as PD. And for Shashikiran and Saurav, clack for you, you perfectly identify what is missing over there. Okay, now let's execute this. And now if I execute this line, it is success. But let's see how we can check our DF data frame has been created successfully. So for you all, I'm just writing this printing statement, data set loaded successfully, but the actual thing is I already taught you is by using shape, df.shape, and let's execute it, and you can see 120/10. Okay, so 120 is our row and 10 is our column, means we have successfully mounted our drive and loaded our CSV file and converted into the data frames. Hope up till now it is clear. We have already seen this in VS Code in Python, but I'm doing it in a Google Colab, and if you are new to Google Colab, that's why I'm going slow. Once you understood this, I will be going very fast, because today is nothing but graphs and graphs. It's plotting and everything. So that is easy. Okay, if you understood it, let's jump to the further part. Let's have the average salary, and I will we have already seen this group by. I will be doing a group by with department and salary, and then I will be calculating their averages. How to calculate the average? It's dot mean function, and then I will be sorting those value in ascending from larger to smaller, which is by making ascending as false. We have already seen this code in the previous slide, so I'm just pasting the exact same code over here. See the group by department and with salary, and for salary I'm doing the mean to calculate the average of the salary, and I'm sorting in from highest to lowest. That's why the ascending is false, and I've already explained this how this works, why ascending is at false. Okay, let's execute this, and we can do all this code in one block only. But what is the benefit of Google Colab is it's nothing but if I'm doing it line by line, so if there is any error on that code block, it will show the error and I need to focus on that only. If you have 50 or 60 line of code in one code block only, then it's difficult to debug. So use it in this way that I am doing it, and once you are professional, you can have 4 to 5 codes in code blocks in one code block only. Okay, that we will be seeing once I will be jumping onto the data science and ML part, because if we do this type of coding in data science and ML, the Python notebook will be too big. But here it is easy, so we can do it in very easy way. Okay, let me have the complete code, and if you all want this code, I will be pasting in the chat too. The rest you can see and type also. So this is the code I've shared in the live chat, and let's execute this. Okay, so remember I've shown you one example. I've told you I will be doing the chart in the ascending way, means the highest to lowest, and this is the highest. And I think the chart is a self-explanatory. Let me zoom on a bit so it is clearly visible to you all. Okay, so it's self-explanatory. The highest is the IT and the lowest is the HR. We can directly see within seconds we identify that. So highest average salary is in IT and the lowest average salary in HR. Okay, real world use case for this is which department, product or region performs best is the one of the most common businesses question, and a bar chart answer it instantly. Okay, I will repeat myself: department, product, region performance or performs best. This is the one of the most common business question from stakeholders, vice president, VP or CEO in any organization, and bar chart we can use in such type of question and it answers it instantly. Okay, so let's talk about the beginner mistakes also. So leaving bar in the original, often alphabetical or random order instead of sorting by values, always sort so the story biggest to smallest is visible at glance. Okay, if I didn't sort it, so like in the earlier example I've shown you, it was not sorted, so it took me few seconds, or it took you few seconds to understand this bar chart. But if we sorted in ascending or descending or whatever sorting you want to do it, now in a glance only within seconds I understand, or you also understand that IT has the highest average salary and HRS and all the things related to this data. Okay, hope you understand the this bar chart. I will take few seconds and let anyone has any doubt over this, you can ask me those questions. I don't want to speed up the things, because once you understand, then I can speed up. Let me open the live chat. And I've seen many of you, those who are watching me live or those who will be watching this video offline, are joining the Discord, but they are just joining the Discord. To get access to Discord channel, you need to introduce yourself. Okay. Okay, I can see Saurav is saying, please explain once more. Okay, from start you wanted, or you only want this part, the graph part. If you want only graph part, I can explain you this, only this code, or else if you want the complete from the start from Google Colab import drive from the graph part. Okay. Okay, let's understand the graph part, because I haven't explained you in the previous example what is figure, what is, I've explained you bar, title and everything. First thing, let's understand the figure and the figure size. Okay, what does it do? It creates a new figure in canvas. If you understand what is canvas, canvas is nothing but a white drawing page or drawing board, okay, where the graph will be drawn. Understood? And think of it like opening a blank sheet of paper before drawing. Basic example. Now figure does that, figure function does that. Now inside figure I have passed one parameter known as fig size equals to 8,5. That is nothing but 8 is nothing but the width of my graph, and that 5 is height. So this is, the first one is width, the second one is height. So this is 8 inches and this is 5 inches. Okay, now we can't calculate the inches on the screen, of course, but in actual, this always is in inches. Hope now you understand plot.figure what it does. Easy. If you don't provide this, what Matplot will be do? Matplotlib will be using the default figure size. Okay. Now let's jump onto the bar one. So bar one is nothing but it have x and y for plotting. So the first one is always x, the second one is always y. First one is x axis, in our case it categories, and in categories means department, and y in our case it's the salary. Understood it? So why I have just saying here salary index and salary value. So this is what we have done, we have grouped it. So inside group, the first thing is of course the index, and the average salary is nothing but the value. You need to understand the basic Python to understand this, because how group by works, it creates the group of the department and their average salary. For example, IT is the first department index, and that index is associated with a certain value, and it is understand this is in a dictionary format, key and value format. That's why we need to access in this way. Okay, and of course there is one extra parameter which is nothing but the color. So you can I'll just define it as a blue color. You can have whatever color you like it, red, purple, pink, whatever. Hope this is this line is also clear. Easy, yes. Okay, you all are getting it. Then in the second part is, I've already explained this, average salary by department is nothing but the title of this graph, and X label is nothing but the first thing here is the department, and the second one, the Y label, is the Y label, means Y axis name and X axis name. It's because it is important to people those who understand this graph. They don't understand the Python or numbers. They need to know what is this IT, finance and market. So we always do a graphs, and we always name it. This is that's the X level, and what is this number? So this is an average salary. And what is this all complete graph is all about? The complete graph is all about is average salary by department. Simple. I hope this is now clear. Okay, if you want to see some other color, yeah, and this is hex code, if you are aware of what is hex code in color. If not, you can name the color as green, blue, purple. If you want, I can just remove this part and I can say green, and let's save it and let me execute it again. See, it's changed it color in green. So if you are not aware of hex code, you can just have the name of it. Don't go for the baby pink, light pink. This won't the Python code won't understand the baby pink and like that. If you try to give also baby pink, it will generate any XYZ color. And then don't come to me and say you have told me that any color name is possible, but everything is not possible. So for that we need to have the hex code. So what is hex code is nothing but, if you are interested to know, in the chat, if you're interested to know hex code of color, I can show you. If not, I can move on to the other topics. Type yes if you are interested, no if you are not. I learned that in CSS. Yes. If you have already worked with front end technology or CSS, then you are already aware of what is hex code. Okay, that means you are aware of it. Okay. But for the people those who aren't aware of it, let me quickly show you. Just Google hex code on the browser, and here if you want any color from the color scale, this is known as color scale. Let me go to the red, and here if you want to select any dark maroon or anything, you can see this is hex and this is the code. This is hex code. Also the color are in multiple format like RGB, red, green, blue, and CMYK. If you know Corel Draw and Photoshop, you mostly be working in RGB or CMYK, and there are other in percentage and degree also. The color is also defined in that way, HSV, and of course HSL. So this majorly the people who those who work from Photoshop, or they are in the editing field, video editing or image editing field. So those who are aware of this type of uh, color codes. But as a developer, if you are interested in CSS and other things in front end, you should only be aware of hex code. So let's copy this, and now I don't need that, and let's change here. And now if I execute this, it will change to that particular color. Okay, so naming it as a baby pink won't help you, but passing the hex code of the baby pink will work. So it if you see, it is in maroon color. Okay, so hope you understand this, how this works, and let's jump onto the other part, and which is nothing but the line chart. We have already seen the bar chart. Let's jump onto the line chart, and before jumping onto the line chart, let's understand what is a line chart is. Yeah, I've already explained you about what is hex code. I think how the YouTube live works it, I'm few seconds or 1 or 2 minute ahead, and you are seeing that video 1 or 2 minute uh, after I've done that part. Okay. So definition of line chart, first understand it what line chart is. Line chart connects point to show how a value changes, usually over time, but also over any ordered numerical value like years of experience. Means always a years of experience go. You have now 0 years of experience, and you will have 1 year, 2 year, 3 year. This is ordered 1 year, 2 year, 3 year, 4 year, 5 year. This is ordered and numerical value, increasing numerical value. Usually we use line chart to display the timelines and time, the numbers or the data related to the time or numerical value. Okay. Let's take a real world analogy for you all to understand it better. Line chart is like a heartbeat monitor. A single glance tell you whether something is rising, falling, or flat, which a table of numbers simply can't do as fast. Okay, uh, if you have your heart ECG report, and there is a huge 100 rows of table, by going through number you won't understand it what is going with your health. But if there is an ECG, which is nothing but a line chart only, by seeing that you know your beat is dropping or your beat is very high, means your BP is very high. So that type of stuffs. Okay, let's start coding and let's see the example. So here I've already stated that it's only possible with the experience, because with the number of years it grows. So I will be grouping experience with salary. Why salary? As experience go, your salary also grows. The code is same. I've created a new variable, nothing, and the data frame I've grouped by with experience and salary. Salary I'm doing it calculating the average of the salary and the sort index. Okay, and this is let me execute this, and then I'm plotting it. And the plotting code, let me share with you all also in the chat. This is the plotting code. Yeah, I've shared the code in the chat also. And now let's execute and see the chart itself. So hope the chart is visible. First thing first, average salary was years of experience, means how average salary increased if there is an increase in years of experience. That is what a chart, this chart is all about. So if you see, y-axis is now again having the salary, average salary, and x-axis now we have changed it to the years of experience. So if you see, from 0 the salary is very basic, it increases, so it's not constantly increasing. It's not, I'm not sure if you are aware of slope and everything in the maths and the graphical things, so I'm not going into the slope concept. But if you see, it is not constantly, if it is increasing, the salary or the years of experience is increasing, the salary is sometimes increasing, sometimes decreasing. If you see the points where the line is connected, and but ultimately the higher the experience, the salary is also higher. That's what we understand through this. Okay, so generally upward sloping, that's why I'm not going through the definition of this. I'm not sure you know about the slope and everything. So more experience roughly track the higher average salary with some natural bumps. The bumps can be upper bumps or lower bump. So this is a lower bump. Sometimes the people, those who are have a higher experience, but might they don't get the that much of package. So that's why there are few downward bumps also here on the 30, and here if you see on the 25th year of experience or 26 years of experience, you can see. In real world analogy, let's take an example. Tracking monthly revenue is we can take the one of the example where we can use the line chart as monthly revenue. We can check it, daily activity of user, or like here how salary scales with an experience we have already seen. This is a real world example only, and all classic line chart use cases can be applied over here. I hope with where we can use the line chart you got it. So there is also one common beginner mistakes people do. So here if in the code, let me zoom in a bit. Here in the code, simply a line chart on an unordered category, using a line chart on an unordered category like department names. Okay, line implies a meaningful left to right sequence, which only makes sense for the thing like time or experience, not category names. So understand this, what I'm saying is, this is increasing numerical data. Of course, the average salary is also increasing numerical data. If I try to apply this line chart on a name, it will always create a wrong line chart, or it won't create it, because how names can be numerical and how Python will understand it and try to plot it. Okay, so where to use what type of chart, that is also a meaningful thing. As a data analyst, you can't directly pick any of the chart and use it in your analysis. Understood? I will be taking few seconds break over here, and in the chat this line is important, the plotting line. So I hope you already understand this is index one, how it is coming, and this one also. But what is this marker O? The other three things we have already seen, but what is marker O? Let me wait for a few seconds till you all and I and you all are on the same page. Okay, this marker equals to O. I think you all we all are on the same page now. So marker O adds a small circle at every data point. If you see this small circle, the circle, how this is identifying this, here I need to do a circle, here I need to do a circle. It's nothing from nothing but from our data. For example, we have an average salary of in IT and everything, but here we have plotted the average salary on the basis of years of experience. So on the basis of that year of experience and salary, then it tried to plot a dot. That O represent that. If you don't have this marker over here, if I remove this, it will be a straight line. So let me remove it and show you. And let me execute this again. Now if you see, this is a straight line. Okay. But if you want to add those marker, and it completely depends on you how you use this marker in your analysis. So if you add this, then it will appear with all the dotted, and this dotted point is nothing but all the datas which we have and which we have plotted. I hope you all understand this. When should we use bar chart instead of pie chart? So what is pie chart? Let's first understand that. I've already explained you what is bar chart, where to use it, line chart, where to use it, and the next is nothing but the pie chart. So if you understand the difference between all the chart, then you easily can identify where to use what. So your question is valid, when should we use a bar chart instead of pie chart, but you understood the bar chart, line chart. The next topic is nothing but the pie chart. So once I make you understand what is pie chart, then you will be able to answer this without me. Okay, the next part is pie chart. So what is pie chart? Pie chart shows how one total split into parts. Useful only when the pieces generally add up to 100% of something. Understood the definition? Let me repeat once again. Pie chart shows how one total split into parts. Useful only when the pieces generally add up to 100% of something. Let's take an example, then only I think it will be much more clear. A pie chart is a literally pizza. Each slice and their size only means something in relation to whole pizza. Of course, each slice of pizza has a relationship with each other and with the complete whole pizza itself. Slice don't make sense on their own the way bar do. I hope you understand this. Percentage. Okay, I'm not sure, Shashikiran, your comment percentage is about for what. I think I've heard some question and you are answering it, or any which ways. I hope now you understand what is pie chart and where to use it. Okay, let's see the code itself. Okay, let me have a head count first, and I think I need to zoom in. This is a bit more. Now it is visible. Head count equals to df, and let's work with department itself. And again, I'm saying it, I'm working on an employees.csv, which is a clean data. So make sure if you are working on any data, that by default cleaning thing you need to do it. That is a job of a data analyst. After cleaning it, then only you can do this type of graphs and analysis on those data. Without cleaning that data, if you try to plot it in using any of the graph, it will always give you a wrong idea, wrong analysis. Okay. And okay, let's say value. I mean, we can use pie chart for percentage type data. Yes, of course, because it adds up to 100%. And let me copy this. Let's execute this part, and I will be also sharing the code with you all. Okay, let me share the code in the chat. Yes, I've already done this, and now let's see the chart itself. Okay, so first understand the chart, and then we will be jumping onto the code and everything. So first thing first, it's employee headcount share by department. Okay, this is a 6 slice if you count it in the colors. I don't want to count it. It's very well visible because of the color combination. We can see it is a 6 slice pie chart. The marketing, the largest slice, holding 19.2, means 19%, and HR the smallest, holding 12.5. That's what the chart is speaking to us. So let's take a real world use case and then I will be jumping onto the code explanation. What percentage of our workforce is in each department, or what share of revenue comes from each product line, are natural pie chart questions. Understood? Let me repeat the question again. What percentage of our workforce is in each department? Means how many developers, people are working in each of the department. That's what the question is. And the second one is, what share of revenue comes from each product line? If I use 20 different colors in one chart, will it impress recruiters? It depends what type of chart you're using. If you're using a bar chart, I will be saying have it in a one color only, like we have in here, we have in blue, or I've changed it to the maroon color, because having different color and different colors of wavelength, like light green, if I have the light green and other colors mixed of colors, it is difficult for our visual eyes or our brain to capture the data instantly. Why we can compare the bar chart, because it is in the same color. That's why it is for us, our brain, to process the chart itself, and it's easiest to say it that IT has the highest one. If you have the different color, so might be uh, people out there will be colorblind. It can be the scenario in the real world. And of course, if they are not colorblind, some of the color wavelength is more. For example, red color wavelength is more, so it will be highlighted more compared to the light blue, light green color. So make sure which type of chart you are using and what are the color types you are also using in that. I hope that answers your question. Impressing the recruiters doesn't revolve around with the color. It will revolve around what are the analysis you have done, and it is speaking through your chart and through your dashboard. You don't need to explain it. They see your each and every chart, your dashboard, and they instantly get what type of analysis you have done. Although they will ask you to explain it, but they already know by looking at your chart, then you are being hired as a data analyst. Okay. So hope you understand what is this chart is all about. Let's jump onto the code part. And first thing first, I think you already aware of that plot figure and what is the figure size. The second is, if you observe above, I have used the uh, line chart, but here I say plot, but this is the difference. Here in the above, if you say PLT bar, so it creates a bar chart. And for the line chart, we say PLT plot. For the pie chart, we say PLT, means plot.py. This is the three difference, because how to identify when the bar will appear, when the pie will appear, when the line chart will appear. So this is the difference. So don't forget this. This is the first thing. And how the title comes, it's very easy, and don't forget the show, but here is the important one. So it's nothing but first thing first, here we don't have any type of axis. Okay, here we don't have x-axis, y-axis. So how this pie chart is working, how it knows that marketing, all the departments should be out there and their index values should be inside. How it is coming over here, this is most important, because here is the thing, you were observing, I was having the values on the x-axis above, and the index means the name of the department on the uh, x-axis, and the value on the y-axis. Sorry. So this was the first thing and this was the second thing. But here how it works is, it takes first value. How pie chart works, it first take the values. So that's why the value is there. Then this value should, each and every value should have labels. That's why label equals to headcount.index. That's why it associate this value is associated with individual departments. And this third one is auto PCT is in the I will be explaining you this and in a bit. And the starting angle is 90. Let me open the live chat. Every chart has different attributes. Yes, of course. That's why I was switching to the live chat. Okay, so let's see the chart once. One basic understanding is the bigger the head count value, means bigger the value, the larger the portion it will cover, and if you add this all up, it will be 100%. It will be always 100%. If you add this all up, I'm not adding it, I know it is 100%. If you want to add it, you can add it offline. Up till now it is clear, means the bigger slice will be allocated to the larger value. That's what I was saying. After that, the labels, it adds the name to each of the slices. So each of the slices means each of the slices holds values, and that value is associated with each of the department names, that is which nothing but are labels. And what is this value? It's nothing but we have calculated it and then we are showing this. Okay, now this part. So I'm just thinking one of the example like I can share with you all, or else. Okay, this is the part. It's very much important. Why? Because if you're using the pie chart, and if not, if you not using the pie chart, interviewer might, they will ask you, are you aware of pie chart? And if you say confidently yes, they will be pinpointing this. Then what is auto PCT? So this is most common question in interviews. So it tells Matplotlib to display the percentage on the each slice. So this 12.5 percentage, 15.8 percentage. We haven't calculated the percentage, but it is showing it in the percentage form. It because of this. Up till now it is clear. Okay, then what is 1 over here? 1 is minimum width of that number. For beginners, I can say that you simply say it the minimum space reserved for displaying that percentage. Means it will utilize some space. This percentage will, because understand this is a Canva, this is a drawing page, that pie chart is there. So it will utilize some space. So the utilization of that percentage space, I'm saying utilize only 1. Now what is that dot 1f? Is nothing but showing 1 digit after the decimal point. In Python, dot 1f is nothing but to show dot 0.5, 0.8, 0.2, 0.3 simply in the decimals. If you make it 2, it will show 50 or 51, 8085 or 15.80 or 85. That's what I'm saying. Hope you understood what is auto PCT and what is this arbitrary value %1.1 f %. F is simply floating point number. Any doubt on this? I don't want to format string. Of course, Shashi Kiran, you are right. It's the formatting of string of numbers inside that pie. What is the highest value you can use in the place of 1? It's completely on the screen size of your, if you are displaying it in the projector, so that this will be enlarged, and then figure size can be more than 7,7, and then you can use any maximum value. But I have a 17-inch laptop, so it is with a limitation. That's why I'm not going beyond 1, but you can try it with 5 and any other else. It will utilize more space. It will come down over here. 12.5% will be coming down here, and that is visually not good to see. That's why I'm not going beyond it. Okay, one doubt I have for you all. If you are not getting this doubt, I will create that doubt for you all. Okay, if you want to display the percentage, sir, why you are using 2% after F? Why it is not 1? So let me just explain you this. The first percentage is part of Python formatting syntax. The second percent tells Python to display literal percentage sign. Without 2%, it won't print percent in the output. Hope that makes sense to you all. This decimal thing is 1f percent is the actual Python formatting syntax. But to print the percentage over here, this is the second percentage I'm saying, print this percentage part. Okay. Now let's jump onto the start angle 90. So by default, Matplotlib starts drawing the first slice from 0 degree. Okay, from 0 degree, which is here. 0 degree is here on, if I'm not sure, but exactly, but 0 degree should be here only. We move in clockwise direction, so 0 will be here, and if you move anti-clockwise, so how Matplotlib plot is 0 here on the side of IT, then the 90 is over here, 270 and 360. This is how it start printing it. Okay. So which is 0. Okay, let me explain you this. 0 degree, which is nothing but 3 o'clock position, in terms of I'm taking the reference of a clock. So I am saying that start creating this pie chart from 90 degree angle, which is nothing but 12 o'clock position at top. Understood? So this often makes the chart easier to read without the first slides starts. So from it is starting from here 12, then it is going around in a circle. Understood? Yeah, you can say that also. 0 degree is the x-axis, but in clockwise, let's understand this because it is in a circular format. So by default, Matplotlib starts 0 from 3 o'clock, but I want it from 90. So I'm saying that start angle from 12 o'clock, which is 90 degree. How I know that is 90 degree? Because from x0, from here IT side 3 o'clock, it starts from 0. Good, you all are explaining to each other, and I think I've already explained this, why this is not only one, it's 1f. This is not only one, don't consider this as one, consider it is dot 1f, which is nothing but to make the decimals point in Python. This is a basic Python. It's not associated with and do anything with the data science and data analysis. This is pure basic Python syntax. Okay, if you all understand what is pie chart, let's jump onto the next topic. And let me also see, the next topic is, so we have done with the basics, we are done with the bar chart. So someone in the live chat was asking if we make the different colors. So this is an example. If you try to make different colors, this is how it will look. And what is much more easier to identify, this is easier if you are saying why, because I have also have the numbers above the bar. So IT, it has 78, 74. So this is one of the way to represent your graph. But if you don't want to display the number on top, make sure each and everything is in the same color in a bar chart. If it is in a different color, see, that's why I need to display the numbers, because in an instant I'm not getting which is highest or lower, because I think yellow is coming in the eye very quickly, and then light green, and then this bold blue. That's why color combination is also important. Then we have already seen line chart, then we have seen the pie chart just now, and the next part is customizing titles, label and color. which is nothing but if you want to change the color of the bar chart or line chart or pie chart and title and label, so how we can do it? Okay, so a chart without a title, access label, or thoughtful color is a chart nobody can trust or understand on its own. For an example, let me open this. So like this, let's take an example of this bar chart. If there is no title over here, average salary by department, you won't understand it what is this chart is all about. Also, if you don't have this X label and Y label, you also won't understand what is this all about. Okay, so it forces the viewer to ask you what they are looking at. Okay, so anybody if see your pie chart or any type bar chart, line chart, they will ask you what is this chart is all about. So that's why this title label is important. Let's take a real world analogy to understand this. I know you already understand it, but I make a pattern to give you a real world example. So an unlabeled chart is a signpost with no text on it, technically pointing somewhere but useless to anyone except the person who put it up. So means you only know the graph because you only came up with this graph, but leaving you nobody will know what is this all about. That's why label and other things are important over here. Okay, let's see one code. And also this is without title, X and Y label. And this is something interesting. And just okay. Okay, there is an error. I will fix that error in a. Okay, it's good we generated an error because I just want to show you how the error looks in Jupyter Notebook. So first thing first, let's understand this. This is a okay. This is a bar chart, but I'm not getting it. What is this IT, finance, marketing, sales, operation, and HRS? And what is this y-axis 10,000 up till 80,000? And what is this chart is all about? In the second one, we have the title, average salary by department. Okay, and we have the department, but we don't have the department individual names, and of course the average salary, but it is in 0.0 up till 1, and there is no data inside it because we don't have color in place. Okay, so this is if you missed out the titles and X values, this is what something happened. And here also we don't have a proper appropriate plotting of it. Okay, now let me just cut this code, and the error is it's nothing but there is some variable. It is oh, I just hit multiple enters. Let me paste this here now, and of course here also, and let's execute it and also execute this. Okay, it's still giving an error. Let's read the error itself. Tight layout not applied. The left and right margin cannot be made large enough to accommodate plot dot tight underscore layout. So someone was asking about the size. So this is the issue. If you see with the size and how we can fix it, I will be fixing it live only, but let's understand the first here the graph. So initially it was the two line only, plot dot figure and bar equals to plot dot bar. Hassan King. And for bar in bars, I've just set the height of it, and then text with an X and the width. Just this is the calculated mathematical value. If you're not getting it, no worries. This is I am doing it in this way. this is the division by 2 and it will get a value. Then I'm adding 800 to the height, of course, and then I try to print this data 78,132. This is how it is coming on the bar. That's why this loop is for bar in bars. So in bars means nothing but this is our variable bars. It is having 6 bars. This bar is nothing but IT, finance, marketing, sales and operations and HR. So it is having those value, and then I am iterating each of the bar and try to print on top of that the value, the average salary of them. So this is the calculated value. And then I'm plotting it and then I'm showing the complete bar. Okay. I'm not getting it what you're saying. Multiply multiple bars. Okay. Yes, yes. Okay. Now to understand this, this is nothing but bar dot get dot x. Okay, let me have one example for you all. So you will get it in one go. And people, those who are good at math, I think they are already aware of this, how this works. If not, give me a minute, I will explain it to you. So up till now you understand this. We have all the bars in the bars variable. All the 6 bars are inside this bar variable, and also the color we have defined over here. Okay, now this bar variable has 6 bars. The name is IT, finance, market, sales and operation. Up till now I think you all are clear. Yes. Now the only thing is I've created a new variable name as height, and here bar dot get height function, what it will do, it will get the height of this individual bars. Okay. Yes, no in the chat. So I will also get an idea that you are getting this. Okay, if you have an doubt how this get height works, is height is nothing but the value of IT. Understood? Value of IT is nothing but 78,132. That is the height of it. As simple as that. Yes, now I think you all will get it what is height over here. Okay. So here, while plotting the text, now we are talking about plotting the text. Text means 78,132. This is our text because already we have calculated the height things. So to plot the text, it's simply nothing but x, y, and then our text. So this is this f rupees height comma dot 0 f is our text, and this HA equals to center means I want our text should be appear in the center. So this is, and the font size means how big it should be. So that font size is 9. So this is nothing but calculated x value. So how I can explain you this? X, this is x axis. Now understand this is very difficult because I don't have a pen, a paper or whiteboard and marker to make you understand. So with I'm not sure in screen share if my mouse is visible. So understand this IT bar, and here IT bar, this is the IT is the x axis. Okay, IT is the x axis. So from the start of this IT bar, blue one, I'm talking about blue one on x axis, from start of this up till end of this is the size of that particular bar on x axis. That's what the code will get. It will get the get underscore x of the bar, means the first bar, and this is the width. If you understand the bar width, I hope you understand this. And then second, we are saying it get complete x width. This is complete x width Out of that, we are saying get the width of that bar divided by 2. And I don't want to go with the maths and other things. So get width will return the width of that complete bar, IT bar. And the x, this is the x axis, it will return the complete x axis. There is no pen and okay, let me do this in PPT. Then I think you will all understand this. Let me open. Okay, I got an idea to explain it to you. Let's take a screenshot of this. So this is the debugging skills, problem solving skills you need to have to be an engineer. Okay. So now I can explain this. So the first thing first, bar dot get underscore x is nothing but I am saying it. This is the starting point. I'm saying this is the starting point. We need to start from here. Plus the second code is plus bar dot get underscore width. So it's nothing but I'm saying it have the complete width of the bar, means start from here. This is dot get x, that part get x, and the complete width of this IT bar. Now I hope you are getting this. Yes. And that's how we are getting the width of this complete bar. And then we are dividing it by 2. Why I am dividing it by 2? If you divide it by 2, you will get the center of this. If you divide the bar, you will get the center of this bar. Now I think you understand that code. Okay, so first thing first, this code will get the first point where to start it. The second one will get the complete width and divide by 2 will be getting the center of it, and that is nothing but our first x for this text to be plotted. Hope you understood this. And the second is nothing but the height plus 800 is nothing but I am saying is if the height is 78137, height is nothing but the y. Height is nothing but the y axis. Y axis means IT has the average salary of 78132. So I am saying it plus more 800 to it and then place that. So why adding 800? You can add 400, 300, 200, whatever you want to add, but make sure you don't have directly height or else it will overlap with this bar over here. I don't want to overlap this the text with the bar. That's why I added more 800 to it. So it won't overlap with this complete bar. Understood? And then the next line is nothing but the format, how I want to display the value. Okay, and I already explained you HA is the center. It also has a left and right and center, 3 values only possible. HA wins horizontal alignment. And the font size I've already told you is the size of the font. You can have the smaller size or you can have a bigger size. Okay, I've got one understood. Others, if you understood, just type understood and then we can move on. If not, say if you didn't get it in one go, I can re-explain it to you all. But I think now you all got it. A little bit difficult. Yeah, it's a bit difficult, but once this video is offline, just rewatch it again and you will get it. Because this is let me zoom in. This is one part which is X and that is the Y part. You will get it once you see the explanation more than one time. Okay, and let's delete it, it's not required. So this is how you can have the numeric value onto your graph. And this is not necessary always you want to have it. I just want to display it, and I just want to show you the power of Python with the Matplotlib. And of course, if you're good at mat, you can do it. If not, just avoid it, no worries, because here also we are understanding the data in this format also. But some of the data analysts try to showcase their skills in this way, and this will add a value to your portfolio as a data analyst. So make sure you try to learn this. Okay, so let's move to the next part. If you all understand this, I know it's a bit difficult, but you will get it. Okay, the next part is so that's the biggest thing. I am getting this on Discord and LinkedIn and each and everywhere. Okay, that why I'm not doing this in Hindi. Let me. Okay. Okay, you are asking about what sir, what is tight underscore layout? I will be answering that. Let me answer his question first. So why I'm not doing it in Hindi is, first thing first, which is most important thing. Ultimately, if you understand the concept also in Hindi, if you see my very old videos of 2020 or 2021, I was doing it in Hindi. Then, but I realized that learning in Hindi won't make you a software engineer, because ultimately software engineering just not the skilling up. You're upscaling in Java, Python, you're doing data analyst or data science, but you won't be able to explain yourself in the interview. Or else you learned in Hindi, you are able to express yourself in interview, but you are not aware of the technical terms used in software engineering, data science, Python, data analyst, and whatsoever. You are not using that technical terms in the interview. Then interview will think, okay, he is not that good candidate for the open position. That's why I'm doing it in English. First thing first, each and everyone should understand this. I'm not just speaking very fast. I'm just speaking it very average pace. So hope you all are getting this what I'm teaching and not. And of course, English is the first thing we need to learn, because of the communication, and each and everything will be happen in English. Then once you once you express yourself very well in the interview, then only your interview starts. First thing first, they will ask you about this only. Tell me about yourself. Express yourself. Introduce yourself. So might you can by heart yourself, and I have seen I have took ample of interviews up till now in my career, and people just by heart about themselves. And the second question I ask, they start to flumber in English because they don't know how to speak in English. So, using this upskilling in Python and data analysis and other things, make sure side by side on Saturdays, on Sunday, you start upskilling yourself in English too. That is much more important, because on job we need to work with the foreign clients, and foreign clients or the company's customers, usually they speak in English and not in any other vernacular language. Okay, I hope this answer your questions. But talk easy with the concept clear. Yes, if you are understanding me in live here, I think you're getting it very well, and you are understanding English. So I don't think you are not getting anything in English here. Okay. Okay, let me answer the Sashish Kiran question. Sir, what is tight underscore layout? Which is nothing but this he is asking. So sometimes titles, label, or access value are too close to edges. This are the edges. This white, the remaining white portion are the edges. This average salary here, if you see that white portion, edges means nothing but border. We create a border on the drawing page. That's what it. So that is known as edges here. So if the x-axis label are too long, this label are too long, like IT, finance, marketing, if it is too long, sometimes they can overlap with each other. So that's where the plot.tight underscore layout comes and helps over here. So Matplotlib automatically adjusts the spacing within this box, within the canvas. Everything fits properly. So that's why we use plot.tight underscore layout, because I want everything should be clearly visible and have a appropriate, a valid space between them. Because clutter thing, by seeing the clutter thing, it doesn't make any sense also. Okay. Okay, let's jump onto the next part. Please make your mouse pointer visible so when you point somewhere we can see and understand throughout. Yeah, sure. It is right now off. Let me try if I can do it right away. Yeah, let me know if it is visible. Yes or no. I've just placed my cursor on marketing bar. If it is visible, let me know. Yes, okay. Thank you, Sarah, for the confirmation and Shashikiran. So let's move on. The next topic is nothing but, which is another important topic for a data analyst, is Seaborn. And quickly, let me open the PPT 2. Okay, first thing first, what is Seaborn? Seaborn is built on top of Matplotlib, but it understands pandas data frames directly and applies good looking default automatically. Good looking defaults means any type of bar or other things you are doing, it automatically applies the good looking things on it. So the same chart often takes fewer lines and look better out of the box. We will be seeing the coding and the example, so you will be getting a clear picture. Let's understand a real world analogy. If Matplotlib is manually camera where you control each and every single setting yourself, Seaborn is the same camera with smart auto mode, same underlying power, far less for a greater looking result. Means putting less effort and getting the very good output. So let's see the code. And let's import it first. Import Seaborn as SNS. Give me 2 minutes. I think there is something urgent. My mom is calling me again and again. I will be back in 2 minutes. Sorry for the inconvenience caused. Yeah, I'm back and yeah, sorry for that. But in and around world, mom is the first priority for me, and I think for you all also. Let's continue. Let's continue. Uh, okay, I have not executed this. That's why it's giving me an error. I've not imported the Seaborn as SNS. Okay, done. And this is the code. I will be also sharing the code in the chat. Here is the code I'm using. Okay, still it's saying of course, yes. Yeah, I will be answering that, Shashikiran. Let me just complete the first what is Seaborn and everything, and let's understand this, and then I will be answering to that. In between, if I answer this, so it will create a confusion for others. Okay, this is very basic minimal code, and here is the output. So a bar chart with a light gray background, finance showing the highest average rating. So here on the y-axis I have rating, and on x-axis I have department, sales, marketing, finance, IT, operation, and HR. So directly you can see finance have a very good rating, high rating, 3.5. More accurately, if I say 3.53, because I know the data. Okay, so let's take a real world use case. Notice we didn't need to manually call group by over here. Okay, in the code, let me zoom in the code. If you see, I haven't used any group by for department and ratings. Up till now we were doing that, but here we are not doing it. Okay, first Seaborn did the averaging for us directly from the raw data frame. This is why analysts often reach for Seaborn first for quick explanatory charts. I hope you understand what difference it makes. We are jumping from Matplotlib to Seaborn, so it reduces our code. First thing first, we don't need to do group by, mean, sorting, other things. Seaborn directly do it for us. It did the averaging and everything on the raw data frame itself. See here, I have mentioned data frame equals to df, means that is our original data frame, and I am say x is a department, y is the performance rating, and the other things also. I want to do it average, so I am just saying do it a mean, and error bar none. I will be explaining this all parameters to you all. Just first understand this. This is same thing, figure is the same thing what it was doing in Matplotlib. Here it is doing the same. The title is also same, ylib. Okay, this is also same, 0 from 5. We need to define the range of it, and show also do the same. Hope you get it. In chat just comment yes, 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 and then I can continue. And then I will answer your question. The other things, those I haven't touched, I will be explaining you once I got your yes in the chat, because half of the thing is already understood. Okay, now let's understand the important part is SNS bar plot. So here it's in Matplotlib, is like plot dot bar. Here is SNS. Why it is SNS? See, I've imported Seaborn as SNS because I don't want to use Seaborn dot again and again. I'm a bit lazy, that's why I'm using it Seaborn as SNS. You want S only, you can use it as. You want whatever you want to use it, you can say as whatever. Okay, and then set style to white grid. So this is the white grid behind the here you can see that white grid. Okay, and let's understand that SNS bar plot. First thing first is the data frame, and what bar plot do, it will create a statistical bar chart. Okay, unlike plot.bar, you don't need to calculate the average by yourself. I've already explained this to you all how. The first thing is data frame, raw data frame. The second is X, is nothing but department from our data frame, and the y-axis holding the performance rating from a raw data frame. Okay, so simply here we don't need to pass the complete data frame again and again. Simple. So from X it will get the sales, marketing, other things. Okay, so we don't need to do that. And rating columns become y-axis, but in terms of rating, usually no department will have 0 ratings or 1 rating, because this is the mean we have calculated, the average we have calculated. That's why we need to mention that on y-axis the rating starts from 0 up till 5. Understood why I have just separately mentioned it over here in this code? Because we have calculated the average of each and every department performance rating, and might the average can be 3.5 up till 4.5, 4.8, 4.1, but nobody will have 0, or maximum average can be 5. It is not possible. That's why to plot it, we need to appropriately define the plotting range from 0 up till 5. Okay, and the second is this estimator mean. This is the most important line. It tells Seaborn they take all performance rating of one department and calculate their average. So this is how it is calculating the average. One department mean, first it will pick the sales in our case, and then it will add all those and calculate the average. Understood? Simply it will take 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and then if there are 10, divided by 10, and if it is the answer is 4.2, it will have the height of 4.2. But here I can see it is height of 3.1 or 3.2 something. Hope you understand this. It is nothing but, if I compared with the Matplotlib, it is nothing but group by department box bracket performance rating dot mean function. This is happening behind the scene. And the last thing is nothing but the error bar. Even when we are plotting with SNS, we are still using plot, which is Matplotlib. Yes, of course, because Seaborn is built on top of Matplotlib. Okay, error bar is by default Seaborn draws small black lines on top of each bar. Okay, and these are called error bars. So those small vertical lines, I'm not sure if it is visible to you all on the screen. So those small vertical lines represent the uncertainty or variations in the data. So for beginners, they only get confused with this. So we disable it by saying it as none. So bar remains cleaner. If I remove this, let me remove this and execute it. Now if you see, this is the line I was talking about, and now this is known as candles. If you are good at graphs and everything, you will know this is candle. And don't come in the chat and say this is stock market and everything. Of course, stock market is based on graphs and everything only, because stock markets is completely a time series of the numbers. The numbers, the values of the stock varies depending on the time factor. So visually showing you the number doesn't make any sense. That's why the complete stock market depend on the graphical things, the chart, bar chart, line chart, and everything. Okay, so this doesn't make any sense. If you are a beginner, this line will confuse you. So remove this line itself. That's why that error bar equals to none is there. That black line is known as error bar. If I have this in place, I've execute this, that black line will be gone. Hope you understand this. Okay, next is title, which is very easy. Now come to the ylim. So plot.ylimp is nothing but is to set the range of y-axis. I've already explained you this and why we need to set it. So it has two parameters. Let me quickly zoom this. Two parameters. First is the minimum one and the second is the maximum one. Okay. Up till now, any doubt you can ask. If not, give me a thumbs up and then I will proceed to the next part. And meantime, let me go to the live chat and answer a few questions you have already asked. So first question was Shashi Kiran. So is Seaborn only an abstraction? Are there no additional feature to it? He is asking. So first thing first, Shashi Kiran, great question. No, Seaborn is not just an abstract over Matplot. The answer is this. It is built on top of Matplotlib, but it adds many features that would require much more code to implement Matplot alone. So in our case is first thing like group by only. So understand this in this way. Matplotlib, a toolbox with individual tool, you build almost everything by yourself. And Seaborn is a toolkit that use Matplotlib underneath but provide smarter defaults and statistical function and a beautiful themes. Hope you understand. In our case, it's a simple group by. If it was Matplotlib, we need to do a group by mean and other things also. But here we are not doing anything, and that huge line of code is gone because behind the scene it is doing that. But we are not the one who needs to write the code and everything for it. Okay. Okay. Next question is, will estimator works only with X value? And this is also from Shashi Kiran. And it's good you are asking question, means you are understanding the concept and then there is a doubt generating in your mind and you're clearing it. That's what this live is meant about. So excellent question. The answer is no. The estimator is not tied to the x-axis. It works on y-axis value grouped by categorical. So we are intently categorized and mean the x-axis. But if you want to understand this, let's understand the data frame. For example, department IT, IT, and HR. If we have this type of admin, and salary is 50,000, 60,000, 70,000 in range. Now, if you try to mean it and display in the bar chart, what will happen internally? Seaborn first group the data by categorical access, means in this example I'm taking IT and HR only, so it will try to mean it. Let me take this example and explain it to you so you will get it in one go. Okay, your question is very well. Let me have this over here, my example. So this is an example, department and salary. Others also, if you are not getting this, first understand it. He is asking why we have mean only with x value. So he is saying mean is only possible for the x value, or we can do the mean for y only, or it is independent of the axis. We can do it on the either of the axis. Okay, so understand this with this example. An excellent question. Clap for it, because this will change the graph itself. So this is the scene over here. We have this data, department salary, 3 ITs and 2 HR, and 50, 60, 70,000 the salary, and 40 and 45,000 the HR salary. So if we try to do SNS bar plot, and and we say do a mean of it. Okay, X will be the department and Y will be the salary. So what will happen internally? Seaborn first group the data by categorical x-axis, which is nothing but our department. Department is our x-axis. So what will it try to do is, it try to mean all the IT. So it will add and divide by 3, means 50, 60, 70,000, and the average of this will be 60,000. If you are calculating it, don't calculate it. If there is a 3 value, I'm just giving you the trick. If there is a 3 value and you want to average or calculate the mean of 3 value, always the middle value is the average value. Okay, understand this. So 60,000 is the mean of this, and for HR means 40 plus 50,000, which is 90, and divided by 2 is 45,000. So mean for HR is 45,000 and mean for IT is 60,000. Then it plot IT 60,000 bar and HR 45,000 bar. So estimated is applied to the salary value, not the department name. Okay, let's swap X with Y. Let's swap X with Y. Now our X became the salary and Y became the department. Okay, and we are still doing the mean. Now the categorical axis is Y. Categorical axis is Y. So Y is our department, and X will be here, which is the numbers, means the average salary. So internally it will still do the mean on the numbers data, but what the difference will be, this graph will be not in horizontal way but vertical ways. So this graph will start with this, this and this. If you want to see the output, let me try to code it. Let's see if I do it over here. Let me copy this code. Let's have this. Let's have this. Let me change this. See, this is what will happen if you, what you are asking, if we swap the X and Y. Swapping the X and Y means nothing but we are interchanging the average value, the mean value. So it will change the graph itself. The plotting will be vertical. That's what I'm saying. This is, if you are understanding, this is vertical and this is horizontal. I hope this answers your question, Shashikiran. Still, the mean is happened on the numerical value only, not names. But the graphing, the graph part is completely changed. Yes, no in the chat if you understand this. Because this grouping is done by us. Okay, if you want to have performance rating on X and department on the Y, you can have it on X and Y, but the mean will always be calculated on the numerical value. So that is why SNS Seaborn is so smart. It will only do the mean of numerical value, and it won't say, okay, you are trying to do some random stuffs over here by interchanging the X and Y. So it will try to plot what we are seeing. Okay, if you all understood this is very well and you all are smart enough, so let's jump on to the next topic. Let's see what is next topic is. Seaborn. Prettier we have learned about the Seaborn bar chart. We have already seen the bar chart in Seaborn. Okay, the next is heat map. Okay, so are you all aware of heat map? Have you ever seen the heat map? What is heat map is? I will take few seconds. If yes, okay. If not, I will be explaining it to you. Can you do any other calculation other than mean? Yeah, we can do max and min, but let me complete this and at the end I will be showing you other than mean. Okay. Let's not break the continuation. Once I will be done with all the SNS things, I will be show you. Density representation. Yeah, we, in one of the way it is right only. Okay, let me explain you. A heat map uses colors, and you are just for the intensity instead of a bar height, which is nothing but Shashikiran is mentioning about the density representation. Okay, so heat map uses color instead of bar height to show values across a grid. Extremely effective for comparing multiple matrix across multiple categories at once. Understood it? Yes, no. So this is multiple categories with multiple things. Just an example, I'm department and we have different departments. Of course, here I'm trying to showcase salary, rating, experience, three things at the same time. So here bar chart will never help us in this. That's why heat map came into the picture. Okay, let's jump onto the code and then I think you will get it. And of course, after seeing the code, instantly you will get a doubt. If you don't get a doubt, then you should get a doubt on this line. And let me show the output. Okay, this is the heat map. Here, if this is not an y-axis or x-axis, but I'm for your sake I'm saying this is a y-axis, and here I've listed the department like sales, operation, marketing, IT, and finance. This is the title, department, snapshot, salary, rating, and experience. I'm showcasing this all three. And here below, this bar is of salary, this is the performance rating, this is nothing but the experience. Okay, and the color range is if it is in 10,000 it's very light blue, almost white, and if it is 70,000 and more it is darker blue. Okay, that is what a heat map is all about. Done. Now I was asking, by seeing this you should get a doubt. Okay, yeah, that's what Saurav has highlighted it very well, that if we are using Seaborn, why we are using group by over here? Understood the doubt? If we are using Seaborn, why we are using group by? Because Seaborn handles everything on its own. Yes. So if it is a Seaborn heat map, I should not use mean and group by over here. Anyone has answer to this, why I have used group by over here? Let's wait for you all to think on it. I just don't want to jump on straight away to the answer. I don't want to answer this right away, because this is very important. This visualization, for if you want to be a data analyst, this visualization stuffs and everything is very much important for you all. If I go on a faster pace and you're not getting the concept, that it doesn't make any sense. Maybe for more than one columns, maybe to customize. You all are almost near to the almost to the answer. Okay, almost. I think you're all got it at 90% right. That's saying maybe for more than one column. Yes. So it's not about the column. It's more about the this salary, performance rating, and experience. I know you're addressing it as a column. See how this group by works in Matplotlib and in the Seaborn is for the one thing at a one time. For example, department with salary, department with performance rating, department with experience. Okay, one thing at a time. But here what we are doing it three things at a time. So might there will be a case that Seaborn will get confused what to do, what not to do. Understood this? It will get confused what to do, what not to do. That's why we are saying it. We will do a group by of more than one things, and we are saying do a salary mean associated with the department of individual department, for example HR, IT, sales. So do it the mean of salary and pick one department, for example sales, do the salary mean, then pick the different department, do the salary mean. Once the salary part is done, pick the department, pick the performance rating, do mean, pick the department, pick the experience, do experience. Understood? And the round one is nothing but round off up till after one decimal, round out 3.5, 9.3 is a rounding off up till one decimal point. Hope now you all understood this. Yes or no in the chat, and then I will be continuing. Yes. Okay. If you understood this, then nothing but we have the figure size. Now you understand that is a canvas, is nothing but the canvas size, and heat map, which is nothing but we are using that type of chart, heat map. Pivot, which is nothing but holding our all complete data with their average, means with their mean, and not true FMT 1F and CMap blues. This all I will be explaining to you. Title and show is all self-explanatory. Yes. So let's jump on to not true, FMT and CMap. I think .1f you already understood this. I don't want to repeat it. What is .1f? So here .round one is nothing but round all the mean to 1, but .1f is while we try to print it in a heat map, that time also I only interested with up to 1 decimal. Here rounding of 1 means it is 3.567, which is nothing but 3.56. If 10.12 round off to 1, it is nothing but 10.1. Okay, that we are rounding off the mean and storing into the pivot, and at the time of printing also I am saying I am only interested in 1 decimal places while time of printing. Yes. Okay, I hope you understand what is FMT. Now annotate equals to true is nothing but annotations. And what is annotations is we are telling the Seaborn what value should go inside this all, inside every cell. So this is let's consider this is known as cell. So annotation true means the value should go inside each and every cells. This blue boxes, I'm just addressing it as cells. Okay, without this annotation. Okay, let me remove this. Let's save it. And okay, we don't need to save it. Okay, this is what the output is all about. If the annotation is not there, you won't get any numerical data printed over here. Okay, there is nothing. So that's why it is important. We are saying the Seaborn heat map that I am interested not only the heat map but data also inside each and everything. So let me do the undo. And of course that fmt.1f is the decimal formatting showing 1 digit after each and everything. So 3.5, 4.7, 6.6, 9.3. Okay. And the last thing, the CMap blue. So it's nothing but we have the blue color mapping, which heat map is nothing but the smallest value is white, almost white till blue, and darker blue. Okay, if you change it to red, let me change it to reds. So always this value will be in plural form: greens, purples, orange. So make sure you add S to this, because it is range from white up till darker portion. Okay, now I have one question. Like in the blue, I'm not sure it was visible to you all or not, but now I've changed it to red, and you can see 3.5 has a 9.3 has a lighter, very lighter shade of red behind. If it is visible to you all on the screen. Why? Because here we have a scale of 10,000 up till 70,000, and this is 3.5, 9.5. What is 3.5, 9.5 compared to scale of 10 to 70,000? That's why we have very light red shade. It's almost equals to white. Okay, so this is not an actual looking heat map. Actual looking heat map will be having more darker shade here, because this is, we are comparing the ratings and experience with the salary, and there will be a huge difference of, it is in multiplication of thousands. 3.5 is nothing compared to 74,000. That's why we have very light red behind this. I hope it is visible to you all on the screen too. Okay, and title is nothing but what we have written here over here. Okay, so if you want the explanation of the output, it's 6-row grid darker blue, but in this case I have just red. I've changed it to red. So darker red cells where the value are higher with the exact number printed inside each cell. And real world use case, let's take and understand the real world use cases. Nothing but heat map are everywhere in real dashboard. Correlation matrix, attendance grid, website click maps, anywhere you are comparing many categorical data against many metrics at once. So majorly, if you have a website, how many visitors are there in a single minute, single seconds, or 1 hour or 1 day, and all out of all those users, how many are then logging in or logging out, or they are buying something on your website. This type of data are represented in the heat map, because there are multiple clicks, and all the clicks are for each another task or each other functions. So there are many categorials data against many matrix at once. So in real case, we use heat map if there are many categories. So in our case, it's sale, operation, marketing, IT, HR, finance are many categories, and I'm just plotting it against many matrix. For example, salary is a matrix, rating is a matrix, experience is a matrix. Okay, and one beginner common mistakes people do is forgetting about importing Seaborn as an SNS and trying to call SNS dot bar plot, but make sure it is an heat map, because SNS.barplot directly is a simple but extremely common error when switching between Matplotlib only and Seaborn code. Okay, what is the mistake here? I'm talking about this one. Bar plot is SNS and only bar is for Matplotlib. Okay, here we need to just take care of the heat map. And annote true. This is the common beginner mistake. If you forgot the annotation true, you won't get any data displayed. Hope you understand this. Let's see what is next topic in our PPT. Okay, the next topic is mini project, and I don't do it. I want you all to do it if you got each and every topic here in the live. So load your employee CSV, confirm the clean data, 120 rows. If it not clean, make it clean. Have a average salary by department sorted by label as a bar chart. I've already shown this all in the live only here, and you need to do it on the HR if you want, or else you can do it as a practice at a home. Line chart, salary. And experience, average salary by experience, do a line chart, pie chart, headcount shared by department, and then Seaborn bar, average performance rating by department, and Seaborn heat map, salary, rating, and experience all together. That I've already shown you. Okay, and this I will be sharing you on the Discord. And once you are done, just display your charts and answer them in the Discord in the group if you are comfortable. If not, you can ping me on person in person. DM me on Discord. Okay. The next is mini challenge. I push my code files to GitHub. Tell me how can I add collab practice to the GitHub. You want to practice with each other? I will tell you on the Discord in chat how to do it. Basically, you just need to give the access of your repository to the people who are ready to contribute into your project with you. Hope I answer your question. How to do it? Yeah, you can do it in that way also. But if you all want to work together, just GitHub is the best place. Just upload your notebook to the GitHub, and then people download the same notebook, and don't try to push each and everything at the same time. Just create your own branch out of the main branch and then do it. I've already have done a detailed video on Git and GitHub, so make sure you go through that video if you are not getting what I'm talking about Git and GitHub. Yeah, see, this is my Google Colab Python notebook. I can download this complete source code and I can share it with you all. You can also do the same, or else you can upload this complete notebook on GitHub also. It's completely onto you all how you want it, but I can share this all. If you want this Google Colab notebook, I can share it. But I like to share in a PDF format, because going in further you won't be able to access this GitHub notebook on your mobile devices or any other devices on tab. If you're working on a system or your laptop, then only it will open it. In mobile it is not that easy to open the, that's why I share the PDF format and have each and every code and explanation of each and every line of the code. Why? Because mobile is handy, you can open that PDF, and PDF format is accessible and independent of any of the platform or devices. So to go through the concept, if you are going through the interview, you just need to go through all the PDF of data science from Discord. It will be a quick revision for you all. Okay. So I will be sharing this mini challenge and homework to you all before I come live on #4, and I'm coming live on this Sunday morning 11 a.m. I'm skipping the Friday live, which is 8 p.m. I'm skipping that just because on this Friday my mom's birthday is there, and uh, family is first, so I will be celebrating her birthday. So that's why I'm not coming live on Friday. Hope you all understand this, because moms, dad come first. That's what my first priority is. And I will be doing the fourth live on Sunday morning 11 a.m. Okay. So on the coming live on the Sunday 11 a.m. IST, we will be seeing how we can create, and first thing first, what is dashboard. So before coming to the live, make sure you do the mini project and homework, because after that this will be the continuation, and this is very much important because now we are bringing all together the things. So in the live 4 you need to master how to clean the data, visualize it, because that is what up till we have seen so far. Thank you so much for wishing my mom's birthday, and God bless you too. And every chart you have built inside a Python script, or you're comfortable with the notebook. So in real world, most company don't want a .png file of your graphs and chart, and you won't be sharing the okay, take my Python code and run it at your end, or take my Jupyter notebook and run it at your end, you will see the graph and everything. No, not possible. Of course you need to mail each and everything to your manager, but you won't be mailing 25 or 30 PNG files of your bar chart, heat map, or line chart. Okay, that is also not a appropriate way. How to do it? We create a live interactive dashboard. Understand this, live interactive dashboard. What does interactive means? If I click on something, it moves, it happens. For example, I click on log out, it will be logging out me from that system. Okay, live means if you are changing something from backend, that dashboard also changes live. I know you all know about live, but interactive, that's why I explained the interactive part. Okay, they can filter and explore themselves without needing you to rerun any code. That's what the dashboard is very much important, and we will be seeing the dashboard. We will be creating a dashboard in Power BI or Tabular Basic and connecting a CSV, and then we will be having an interactive filters, clean dashboard layout, and we will be doing the HR dashboard mini project. I've already shared the HR data to you all in the Discord. Yeah, thank you so much. Wishing birthday to my mom. Like use for slicer. Yes. So today we have learned how to show the data like an analyst. Next time you will learn to build something people can explore themselves, because the best dashboard don't just answer one question, they let your manager ask their own. Complete your homework and I will see you in live 4, which is nothing on Sunday 11 a.m. IST. And fantastic work today, and I'm just loving this, all learners, those who have joining me live, and also the people who are seeing this video offline, because I think you all are already smart enough. You just needed a right roadmap, a right guidance, and you will be the next coming future data analysts. Okay, so if any one of you has any doubt, I will be waiting for a few seconds, or else we can wind up. Yes, this is we are going as per the roadmap. I never deviate from the roadmap and other things. I follow the roadmap, and the roadmap is there in the Discord. Okay, let me talk about the Discord itself. The people those who are joining the Discord, they they got a welcome message, and with the welcome message they need to do something, to perform something, means they need to go to the hash introduce yourself and introduce yourself first. Then you will get all the access to the channel and everything. And the roadmap here for the Python one, it is there in the hash roadmap. You can check for Python one, and of course for this also, for data analyst also, I have the complete roadmap. But out of which is very important, I'm picking those. For example, we are done with the Python, and then I've started with the uh, data visualization and then Power BI. Why I've skipped, if you're thinking why I've skipped the SQL and Excel, this is very out of the context, not regarding with the Python stuff continuation. Once we done with the Python, the plotting, the dashboard and data analyst thing, then I will be jumping on to teaching you the databases. The SQL is the database. It is required as a data analyst, but it doesn't comes in the proper workflow of Python and the other stuffs regarding Python. Okay, that's why I've skipped the SQL and Excel part, but it is much more required for this too. For your job, this too is very much important. They will ask, but in real world, nobody will give you access to touch their databases. You will be getting an exported CSV file from your manager, and on that file, you need to perform those things which I am already teaching you from this many live. Okay, but they ask you, do you have any context, or you have worked on SQL or not? And also they will ask you about this Excel stuffs. So that's why it is there in the roadmap, because it is required for the interview. In real world, nobody will give you access to SQL unless and until I became the senior engineer and more in the organization, then only I got an access to see the data of the DB. When I was intern or junior engineer, I wasn't able to perform or see the database itself. So no company will allow you to touch their databases. Okay. Okay, but sir, I feel we skipped directly to the Power BI. Yeah, that's what I was explaining, why I directly jump onto the data visualization, and now it is completed. That's why I'm jumping to the Power BI and Tabular. Why I skipped the Excel and SQL, because if I start teaching SQL and Excel in between of Python, that we are going through the Python, this all the Seaborn and everything is nothing but we are coding in Python. Yes, we are coding in Python only. So I don't want to disturb that flow, because you're getting it uh, after one live, the second live, the third live, you're getting it in no time. So I don't want to disturb that flow. Once this is completed, then I will be jumping onto the SQL, and then I will be jumping onto the Excel part, because that is required field. But in real world, up till 5 to 7 years, you won't be able to touch their databases, companies databases. Okay. So make sure the people who are joining the Discord introduce yourself in hash introduce channel, and then you will be getting all the access to the Discord. Why it is important? Because I share the session notes, the resource, and all the CSV files over here. And there is a doubt corner and code sharing and everything. Each and every channel is built for you, and this is free. Learning is free. Everything is free on Code with NM. So you just need to invest your time and efforts to make yourself market ready data analyst. Okay, so if there is no doubt, let's wind up the session. I'm on a mission to make you market ready data analyst, and make sure you subscribe to the channel, because I have observed this. People are learning on this channel, but they are not subscribing it. Subscribing will give you me more motivation to create stuff like this more for you, and subscribing is also free. Everything is free on the Code with NM. Okay, so code with precision, ship with vision. Subscribe now and join the mission to make you market ready data analyst. Take care. God bless you. Meet you in the next live, which is on this Sunday, 11 a.m. IST. You're welcome, Sashikiran.